big dog. Brisket.
Pulled pork, and our house-made hot link. Whole brisket ground up, curing salt, coriander, black pepper, allspice, cayenne, fine sea salt, red chili flakes,
Garlic.
and really cold water.
Drop it in, case it out.
Smoke them 20 to 30 minutes on 200.
All right, next up.
Mustard sauce for the pulled pork, Creole mustard,
A lot of honey.
apple cider vinegar, our barbecue sauce, Worcestershire, barbecue rub, and the secret ingredient, raspberry jelly.
There you go.
We got the pork pulled. Here's our all beef hot link. We're gonna load the other side with brisket.
That's good hot link.
Thank you, sir. Mustard sauce on the pork. Brisket gets the barbecue sauce. Top it with a little slaw. We got feta cheese in this slaw. There you go. Big dog.
I don't know that if I'm supposed to eat it or tackle it. And it's the kind of thing that I think you'd order, eat half of, and then be thrilled to have the rest for dinner.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Man, the El Jefe.
Big old non-trimmed brisket.
Dalmatian rub right here, pepper, salt.
Dalmatian rub.
Smack it up, flip it, and rub it down. There you go.
There you go.
Then we'll flip it over the side, but so we don't put that much on the other side. We're gonna let it sit
24 hours, and then go to the smoker.
10 to 12 hours, 250.
And what are we gonna smoke on?
Pecan and oak.
Next up,
Backyard red sauce, ketchup, apple cider vinegar, Worcestershire, liquid smoke, mustard,
little molasses coming up.
hot sauce, black pepper, cumino, granulated garlic, onion powder, and sea salt. Let it come up to a boil, and we're gonna let it simmer for about 20 minutes.
Bring the brisket out. Look at that.
Chop it like it's hot. Buttered toasted bun, a little backyard red. Brisket's down, a little bit more of the backyard red. And then we got some queso,
Peppers and onions.
jalapenos,
You gotta put a little corn chip on it.
El Jefe, like a boss, brother.
Like a boss, huh? Wow. When you make brisket that's that honest, with just a touch of sauce, that's enough. That is fantastic. I'm here in Kansas City, Missouri. Now, most folks would argue this is like the epicenter of great barbecue. So I'm here to check out a joint that has been smoking the meat and rocking the blues for over 20 years. What is this?
Hey, city boy! What do you know about barbecue?
This is Clint Boyer, and this is BB's Lawnside Barbecue. You're killing me.
King Combo?
Kansas City's the barbecue capital of the world,
Burnt End dinner?
and BB's is the best barbecue in Kansas City.
Barbecue Sundays?
It's an authentic Kansas City experience.
A little blues, a little brews, and some great barbecues.
A killer combo that local blues radio host Lindsay Shannon had a hard time finding.
If you look around town, there are not very many places doing blues and barbecue.
So in 1990, he and his wife Jo resurrected this old roadhouse. And 15 years later, handed the kitchen over to Mike Nickel.
Got rib tips coming out hot?
But as Clint and I are finding out, the real star here is the 1950s Hickory Smoke Pit. Can you crack that for us?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what this looks
Sure.
like. Oh! Look at that. All right, so what are we gonna make first?
Well, we're gonna prepare a whole brisket, and we're gonna prepare it for burnt ends.
Are you a Burnt Ends fan? Oh, I love
You can't come to Kansas City without having burnt ends.
Bring it.
It's Kansas City, baby.
All right, so give us a rundown. What do we got?
Well, what we're gonna start with is just making our brisket rub. Seasoning salt, meat tenderizer. We're gonna give it a good mix here. We're not gonna be shy. We're gonna be real generous with the rub. Rub it in. We're going straight to the smoker.
12 to 14 hours. Next up, brisket was smoked, point was cut, cooked it down 2 more hours. Now this is gonna give us the burnt ends.
Let's take a look.
Oh.
I gotta just grab out my hand. That was mine. Yours is still in there, way in the back to the left. Go get it. Look at that.
Perfection.
Time to cut.
Now we're just trimming off a little bit of
A little bit of the fat that's still left on there. Now we're just gonna cut it into the chunks we all know and love.
Look at that.
You don't get that in California.
Look at that nobule of meat.
Is that food talk? This is the winner right here. Oh, Daddy. That is money.
That is money. Look at the smoke ring right here.
This falls apart. It's perfect.
So I'm here in the Chelsea Heights section of Atlantic City, right between the boardwalk and the bay. And man, was this area hit hard by Superstorm Sandy. A lot of businesses went out and never came back, except for a funky little joint like this. Welcome to Vagabond.
Spicy California. Pick it up.
Food is just awesome here.
Fish and chips.
The local place to go if you're in the Atlantic City area.
Run by a true local guy,
Hot mess mushroom. Pick it up.
Atlantic City native, Elvis Kadavid.
I was a bartender here. Hurricane Sandy hit. Bang, I'm unemployed. And I gotta figure something out.
So he signed up his childhood buddy, Tom Harris,
Spicy California burger.
bought the joint, fixed it up, and put it back on the map in 2013.
When Tom and Elvis reopened as Vagabond, instantly it became a hit.
Seared ahi tuna.
They have so many different things on the menu that you can choose from.
Three-way sandwich.
Great combination between bacon, pulled pork, and brisket.
Each meat could be its own sandwich.
Start off with the pulled pork.
Got it. Next, we're gonna add the brisket. Bring this up to temp.
Okay.
Add the mango barbecue sauce.
Locally made brioche bun.
Yes. Pork first, then the brisket. Next, the candied bacon. We're gonna top it off with a lime slaw.
I like the little stamp on there.
Our house-made fries.
When I think about Atlantic City, I do not think about barbecue sandwiches. But I gotta tell you, this would be a home away from home for a lot of folks that want some great barbecue. Smoke, nice tang, good season. Make it a slaw, counterbalancing it with a little acid. That's a great sandwich. That's a really great sandwich.
Thank you very much.
Barbecue three-way.
The mango barbecue sauce makes the sandwich.
The maple bacon that they have in there, kind of like takes it to another level.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Caramelized onion burger.
Obviously, you're going to come for the food, but you walk in the door and you just love the vibe.
Tommy and Elvis have done a great job.
Which was no small feat.
Hurricane Sandy did a ton of damage here.
3 feet underwater, right where you're
So
standing.
literally where we're standing, there's water's aside.
Yes.
They put it back together. Since that, everybody's been coming here.
And this place has the best food. Chefs here do a great job of taking normal bar food and putting their own unique twist on it.
And putting out dishes you'd normally never see in a bar.
Turkey apple brie.
On a cranberry walnut.
A cranberry walnut. Okay.
Cranberry walnut.
When I pull up to the Vagabond, I'm not thinking about any walnut bread.
If you're a turkey lover, you can wait around for Thanksgiving, or you can come to Vagabond and get this sandwich.
Great friendly place.
If you're coming to hang out, you're probably going to come back.
Show me a little texture, a little culture of AC. This is where you come and find us.
Absolutely.
Nicely done, guys. I would not bring the $6 million man to a Houston barbecue joint if it wasn't legit. He's making everything from scratch. You're gonna love this place. This is the Triple D Camaro, and this is the pit room.
All right.
How y'all doing? Venison sausage dinner up?
The food is absolutely delicious, really on point.
I'm going to have the chicharrones and the elote. We Houstonians love our Tex-Mex and we love our barbecue, so he just combines all those so very well.
What is going on here in Big Mike's Playhouse?
Central Texas barbecue.
What are we smoking with?
All post oak.
What kind of pits?
Propane tanks that we modified. 100% stick burner.
It just really is phenomenal. When you're in Houston, this is the place to go.
You're gonna get good portions and like comfort food.
Legitimate Texas barbecue with a Tex-Mex twist.
Brisket tacos for Hector.
Brisket tacos are amazing.
It just melts in your mouth. That's the type of brisket that I love. And the tortillas, oh my gosh.
Of course, you don't come down to Texas and not do brisket. Let's get after it.
All right, all of our beef is prime.
That's a big stamp to be putting on something.
We're gonna go ahead and trim it up.
We gonna trim it or give it a pedicure? That was one of your lines. That's a Lee Zinger right there.
We start off with a little bit of what we call the meat glue. It's a little bit of pickle juice, mustard,
Mustard. I've never seen that before.
Gives a great little vinegar to it.
kosher salt, seasoning salt, and then we use 3 different grinds. Coarse pepper, extra coarse, and cracked pepper.
If we would have been doing this in the $6 Million Man style, we'd be done with this.
There you go.
Once we get this done,
We go directly to smoker.
so these are the old propane tanks. Running typically 250.
250, we're gonna put the big end with all the fat towards the heat.
How long?
12 hours, rest up to 8 hours.
Got it. Tortilla time.
All-purpose flour, a little bit of salt, baking powder, smoked rendered brisket fat. Gets nice and clumpy, ready for the hot water.
We'll let this rest how long?
Minimum of 1 hour. Roll them out, and then we're gonna cook them on the flat top.
Tortillas are done, and I gotta say, they are gorgeous.
Brisket's done.
Looks like a chocolate cake.
Love how that pepper hangs on there.
Add a little bit of sauce, and then we're gonna make a brisket taco. Start with the brisket,
That is a portion.
cheddar cheese, house-made salsa roja.
That is a taco.
Now that's a lunch.
This is about as scratch-made as they come. It's delicious.
Smooth.
The fat inside of the tortilla, love it. It's tender, it just comes apart. And the fact that you're doing prime.
Yeah?
It's probably one of the best brisket tacos I've had.
Awesome. Dropping 2 tortillas for tacos.
I love how he does his brisket very peppery on the outside and kind of crunchy. It's just fantastic.
You look at it, it falls apart.
Melt in your mouth. For the past month and a half, this is 100% my favorite thing.
You've been here a month and a half? You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Frito pie with chopped brisket for James.
This is my favorite barbecue place. It really is the best.
What you're doing is the kind of stuff you find out in the middle of nowhere when you drive up that roadside place and people have that mind-blowing barbecue.
My hat's off to you.
Big Mike, watch out. So I'm here in Sparks, Nevada, just about a mile or two outside of Reno. Now, when you're cruising through a town like this, and you drive by and you see a barbecue trailer, and then you see yourself an old hickory pit, an old hickory pit, an old hickory pit, and another old hickory pit, I bet you they're doing some real deal barbecue. This is Carolina Kitchen and Barbecue Company.
Half-pound pork plate for John.
I base all my barbecues off of Carolina Kitchen.
You can smell the smoke, and it just calls you in.
3-rib platter.
How do you describe the place to people?
I always put these guys in the great category.
We just load up on barbecue, and I have to waddle myself to the car.
But Chef Clay Cobb didn't start out as a Q connoisseur. After working in fine dining back east, he moved to Nevada, opened up this joint with his mom, and got back to his family's southern roots.
His dad was from the South.
What kind of barbecue you guys doing?
Carolina-style barbecue.
What kind of wood are we smoking with?
Almond.
Really? You're doing pulled pork, you're doing wings.
And then people demanded brisket.
Demanded.
And we decided to step up the game, use Wagyu brisket.
Your Wagyu brisket platter?
Super tender, super juicy.
Wonderful smoke.
I've eaten myself into regret with this brisket.
All right, let's get into it.
We're just gonna trim the brisket up, and we're gonna make the rub.
Okay.
Kosher salt, coarse black pepper.
Of course.
Granulated garlic. Mix it up. A little mustard schmear.
I have seen some liberal rubbing of briskets in my life. This guy might take the cake.
Let it tack up a little bit. You know, an hour.
Go to the smoke.
215, about 15 hours. We're gonna wrap it up, finish it off till it hits about 203.
Pull it?
Yeah. We let them rest for about an hour, hour and a half.
You have got to explain to me what we're doing.
Collard greens.
What happened to the greens?
Well, they're chopped and blanched.
Where'd you learn this method?
Believe it or not, it was my Italian college buddy.
I mean, that's a new one for
Learn
me.
something from everybody.
Let's see how they taste.
All right, bacon, onions. Wet the onions, add the greens, some water, and some beef base.
It's a new one.
We'll let this go for about 2 hours. Apple cider vinegar, some salt.
We're off to the races. Next up?
Moonshine barbecue sauce.
I mean, like legit?
Moonshine.
Shine?
Yeah.
Smooth.
Yeah.
It's good, though. You should get a second opinion on that from the camera and just see what you think. Camera, what do you think? There you go. See,
All
the
right.
camera's not driving.
That's right.
Camera, stick with me.
Ketchup, seasoned salt, moonshine.
You do it like that, son.
Liquid smoke, cider vinegar, Worcestershire sauce.
Hot sauce and some sugar. I like this sauce.
Just bring it up to a boil, and we're good to go.
That's some good-looking brisket. I mean, that is about as juicy and tender. That is killer. Some of the best brisket I've seen outside of Texas, actually. Not that I think this brisket needs sauce. In the world of collards, boy, I'll tell you what, tender and cooked down, but still enough texture. That's great, man. This is like you've been working with a pitmaster down in Texas for a while. A real deal. Well done, man.
Thanks.
You see, I have a responsibility to bring you some of the best barbecue you've ever seen on Triple D. And after this spot, you'll say, I thank you. This is ZZQ.
Tres hombres.
Tres Hombres has Fontino habanero sausage as well as pulled pork, and it has brisket. It is a big one.
We're gonna make the
Tres Hombres sandwich. We're gonna build our dry rub for our pulled pork.
Let's see it.
Coarse ground black pepper, kosher salt, a little paprika, chili powder, brown sugar, granulated garlic, and granulated onion. We're gonna take our Boston butt, apply a yellow mustard and pickle brine slather.
Okay.
Rub the butt pretty heavily with our dry rub. They'll smoke for about 12 hours.
Okay, on to the brisket.
And again, we're gonna start with black pepper, kosher salt, paprika, a little cayenne.
My homies.
Granulated garlic, granulated onion, cumin, Mexican oregano.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. The mustard and pickle brine slather.
Dry rub.
And then this is gonna go for how long?
About 16 to 18 hours. We're gonna make our signature house thick sauce.
What are we missing? A ballet slipper and an engine block.
We're gonna toast 3 types of chilies, and we're gonna be caramelizing some onions. So while that's going, we're gonna start the tea. Oil.
Good, let's get every pot, every ingredient.
Garlic. Water, toasted peppers.
Let them steep.
20 minutes. Take all this and pour it into a blender, puree it.
Got it.
We're gonna start the next step with the caramelized onions.
Okay.
Add molasses to that. Cook that down. We're gonna add the tea that we made, ketchup,
Apple cider vinegar,
brown sugar,
cumin chili flake, whole grain mustard, kitchen sink, eye of newt, wing of bat,
pickling brine, soy, lemon juice,
cayenne.
salt. Cook it for an hour to an hour and a half.
We're done. We're gonna put the tres hombres together.
Habanero fontina, pulled pork, thick sauce, beef brisket, a little more thick sauce, pickled red onions.
Okay. Oh, how cute. We'll put the little hat on it.
Just for you.
I'm not gonna be a sharp-dressed man after this. This is a monster. Delicious brisket. Love the sausage. Pulled pork's nice and tender. It's legit. It's real deal. It's great flavor. Well done, chef.
Thank you. Tres hombres.
You have to really press it down to fit in your mouth.
The brisket is very tender. It's really delicious.
Hanging out in Burlington, Vermont. We're at the Bluebird barbecue joint, and they're taking their classic Q and running with it.
Got a Pitmaster ramen, add burnt ends.
Barbecue inside of ramen, normal?
No, however, the flavors really do pair well together.
It has that smoky flavor that's delicious.
We're gonna show you how we make our burnt ends, which is the topping for our Pitmaster ramen. Season this brisket up with a salt-pepper blend.
This is gonna go on the smoker how long?
15 hours. We started at 220, and then we'll bump it up to 250 for the final 2 hours of the smoking process.
Got it. Let's talk about the beef broth.
So this is actually gonna be a chicken broth. Yes.
Really?
A little different.
All chicken bone.
Just backs and necks. They
Got
have
it.
really great collagen in there.
The collagen is what creates that creaminess.
Then we have onions, carrots, celery, fresh thyme, bay leaves, black peppercorns,
Excellent.
and submerged with water.
How long is this gonna run?
12 hours.
And that's the stock that we're holding for the dashi.
Absolutely. Put in some ginger, a little garlic,
lemongrass,
soy sauce, bonito flakes, kombu,
cilantro, green onions. All right, how long is this gonna go?
For an hour on high heat, and then we're just gonna drop it for 30 minutes on a simmer and then strain it. We also add lime juice in ours for a little bit of brightness. So here's our brisket.
Gorgeous.
We are going to take the point of it off and chop this up into cubes.
Super tender, not dry.
We cook till an internal temperature of 203.
I can't have this. I only cooked at 202. I can't have it.
Our Pitmaster rub, Texas-style barbecue sauce right
That you make in-house also?
Yes.
Back to the smoker.
For 1 hour at 250. So, we're assembling our Pitmaster ramen right now.
Okay.
Drop our pre-blanched ramen noodles in our dashi broth.
Where are the noodles from?
Sun Ramen Company out of Hawaii.
Those
They're
are the
best.
ones.
Our 6-minute egg.
I can only have a 4.3276519 egg.
On high heat or low heat?
That's on medium.
Noodles and broth right into our bowl. Pickled carrot that we do in-house. Pickled jalapeno, also done in-house. Shaved radishes.
Which we did at the barber shop.
Some chopped scallions. And then comes our burnt ends. Fresh cilantro, toasted sesame oil. That is how we do ramen.
Yeah, just what I expected to see when I walked into the old Bluebird. Oh, you guys are still here? I was having a shovel fest. The dashi broth is spot on, and it's actually a little more aggressive than maybe a typical dashi because you're gonna drop in these big pieces of burnt end, which I was so worried was just gonna turn into a smoke pit. It doesn't.
Absolutely not.
Love the acid of the pickling and a really good noodle.
Yeah.
Legit, bro.
Noodles going in.
The meat is so tender and juicy. It's got that umami, the whole sweet and sour and deliciousness.
So I'm here in El Paso, Texas. I'm in a strip mall, and I'm looking for, wait for it, barbecue. No, wait. Listen. I felt the exact same way. I mean, El Paso, Texas, real deal barbecue, strip mall. You gotta be kidding me. Until I heard about this dude. He's got a big monster smoker that's a stick burner. I mean, no gas assist. It's real deal. This is Desert Oak Barbecue.
pull these briskets,
Everything I have ever tried on this menu is awesome.
run them in.
So there's a lot of great food in this town. Is there a lot of barbecue?
Not really. It's the only barbecue that I consider barbecue.
What's different about here is the way they smoke it.
Which is a trick that owners Rich Funk and his wife Suzanne have borrowed from another part of the Lone Star State.
It's a Central Texas-style barbecue, which they use oak.
This is a stick burner barbecue.
Yeah.
So you're back there and you got to keep this thing rolling.
We cook day and night.
And the specialty of the house is?
El Paso stuffed potato.
Here you go, El Paso potato with brisket.
Stuffed baked potato is powerful, you know? You get that baked potato and cheese and beans, and you have beautiful, moist brisket.
It'll definitely fill you up.
What are we making first?
Jalapenos toreados, and we're gonna top the El Paso stuffed potato with them. Roast the jalapenos.
No oil, no nada.
Lime juice, soy sauce.
And the onions.
Marinate overnight.
What's our next step?
We're gonna prepare the potato. We wrap it in foil, throw it in the smoker.
How long does it take to cook?
About 4 hours.
I can put on there what type of meat I want?
Yeah.
I want to see what the brisket's all about.
Big old fat brisket right here. We're gonna trim it, and we need a perfect shape.
And where did you learn this crazy technique?
It was a lot of trial and error.
You've been on trial a lot? Now, Salt and Pepper City.
This is ready to go in the smoker. 18 hours, between 250 and 275.
Make it happen, Captain.
All right, let's make a potato. I'm gonna roll it, soften it up.
Beat it up is more like it.
You know, it's just a garnish at this point.
Some butter.
Salt, pepper, cheese, sour cream, some chives, and some brisket. That's a 1/4 pound right there. Some beans, and our jalapeno.
Anybody ever eat the whole thing?
Yeah.
What football team do you play for? There's a lot more going on in this than what most people would call the average stuffed baked potato. Oh, Toreado is one of my new favorite things. One thing I like on your brisket, it's not overly smoky, nicely seasoned, good bark, beans are delicious. The whole thing is a package deal, man, besides the fact that it's not a human size. It's like 4 human sizes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right, Jesse, do your thing.
When I'm hungry, I definitely get the stuffed potato. Great flavors, great zest to it.
The brisket is just consistently moist in the middle. Incredible.
You've had good barbecue.
Yeah.
In a strip mall?
This used to be a food truck, actually.
No, this is a strip mall, buddy. You can't tell me it was a food truck. I can tell there's no wheels on this.
1/4 pound of brisket.
Desert Oak has definitely the best barbecue here in El Paso.
Just a delectable delight.
You're the real deal. Everything that you're doing really mindfully. And that is what it takes to be great at barbecue. Nice job.
Thank you.
So I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I am looking for what? Exactly. Some real deal barbecue.
You know what it is, guy? With this crate 502 in here, we just got to bump the timing up a little bit. That's all it is.
So you call your buddy Rutledge, who knows a lot about cars and a ton about barbecue. This is the real deal?
This is the real deal.
This is Fox Brothers Barbecue.
Smoke wings up in the window.
Fox Brothers is probably the best barbecue I've ever had.
All right, plate up.
Just one of those places you gotta come to.
Pork plate up in the window. Run it.
It's legit Texas barbecue, and they nailed it.
They are Jonathan and Justin Fox, just your everyday barbecue-loving Texan twin brothers. How'd you guys get this started?
We pretty much just started cooking in our backyard for our friends.
And in 2007, they moved from backyard parties into a massive business.
We smoke probably 10,000 pounds of pork and brisket a week.
Are there no other restaurants? Are we on an island?
Pretty much.
It's that good.
Hey, you put good food out there, people come.
Which includes a big fan of what these twins are turning out. My buddy, Top Gear host, Rutledge Wood.
It is the best barbecue in Atlanta, hands down. Fox Brothers Burger up in the window.
The Fox Brothers burger is a mouthful.
It's sort of a misnomer to call it a burger. It's not a burger at all. It's brisket.
You can tell it's just smoked all day on the hickory, and your hair smells like it when you leave, and that's how you know you're at a good barbecue joint.
All right, let's get after it.
This is a certified Angus beef. Just trim down this fat just a little bit. Now we're gonna season our brisket with our salt and pepper seasoning.
Brisket with salt and pepper. That is as Texas as it comes. Now we're gonna go to the smoker?
We're gonna go to the smoker.
Great.
We cook it overnight, 10 to 12 hours at 200, 205 degrees.
Basically as low as it'll go.
Yep.
Let's go. So now what are we into?
Our homemade barbecue sauce.
Bring it, doctor.
We got a homemade ketchup. We got some vinegar.
Distilled white?
Yep.
Next up?
Hot sauce.
Anybody particular?
Texas Pete, of course.
There you go.
Well, Texas
Made in Carolina.
Texas Pete, made in Carolina, used in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Next up?
Black pepper. Granulated garlic.
Blackstrap molasses.
Yep.
Okay.
Brown sugar. Worcestershire sauce. Chili powder.
Was that silent grunting?
Yeah, that's what we do in the South. When you like something, you just go,
Onion powder?
Onion powder.
And last but not least,
Salt. Just let it come up to temp and simmer for about 30, 40 minutes.
beautiful. What are we making now?
We're making pimento cheese.
Let's get into it.
Cheddar cheese, pepper jack cheese,
you know what, if you're gonna try it, I just feel like I should try it
You
too.
get right in there.
mayonnaise, pimentos, a little pepper, and for some heat, cayenne pepper. Mix it up by hand. Let's make a patty for our Fox Brothers burger.
All right, let's make a burger.
So we're gonna take this brisket.
Oh my gosh, that's good. Get after it, Zorro.
We got some of our house-made jalapeno mayo right here, pimento cheese patty, and we're gonna take this beautiful thing and throw it under the salamander.
We gotta hurry up and get this burger out before Rutledge eats all of the other brisket. Rutledge!
I'm sorry.
Here we go, hit it.
Take our toasted bun. We got some of our peppered bacon, a couple pickles, tomato, onion.
That's a chopped beef sandwich. Call it a burger.
Call it a burger.
I like it. Oh,
That's a great burger.
you just like cleaning up over there like a lion that just ate a gazelle.
I don't know what happened. I went after mine.
It's super tender brisket. When you chop that brisket up, you get a chance to incorporate that fat.
Yeah.
So it makes it even a little bit more unctuous. And adding the pimento cheese and adding the veggies on top of it brings that burger element to it.
That's Fox Brothers right there. Damn, man. Come on.
All right, that's full speed, man. That's all throttle, no bottle, man. That is just getting it done.